Star Wars has lots of deaths, over 1 billion to be exact, and I'm going to rank each movie based only by the 9th death of that movie. It can be the absolute worst movie, but if the 9th death was cool, it can be first. Nothing can go wrong here. This list has everything from sad deaths to random characters dying in the background, such as in last place The Force Awakens. The 9th death in this movie happens in the very opening scene when the First Order does a small genocide on random poor villagers. None of them had a name and it happens off screen. It really doesn't get any worse than this. It's only fitting that a sequel movie lands in last. Not gonna lie, the scene was cool though. Next is another opening scene in A New Hope. Most of you probably remember this one, as the first 9 deaths happen in the first scene again. Now I hate to downplay this guy's heroic belief and sacrifice in the rebel cause, but honestly, I really don't care about him at all. And he dies while trying to run away in the most boring fashion possible. Nobody cares about his death, except maybe his wife and kids and family. Not important. Let's move on to number 10, Phantom Menace. First, we need to find the first death, and it starts out with these two poor pilots failing to negotiate. And then this pod racer being trashed made it 3. Plus 5 more dying in the background. This Naboo hangar fight makes it 8. So for episode 1, the 9th death is this random ship getting shot and crashing. Now I don't want to be insensitive, but no skill, you're bad, get better at the game. I ranked it here at 10, well, because it isn't all that exciting, like we never even saw who was flying it. It is better than the last ones, only because the explosion does make it look cooler, so like, plus points for that, I guess? Anyway, let's move on to the next show of deaths with Solo at 9. The deaths start with this poor commander getting popped, to then 3 background soldiers getting shot, another thing he gets dropped, and then this Enfys Nest troop gets exploded. I really am a modern day Shakespeare. And then this lady, I forgot her name and I really don't feel like looking it up, has a heroic sacrifice to save the good guys in a cool explosion, and I love explosion, but I can't rank it any higher because honestly, nobody cares about her. At least she is a named character, even though I can't remember her name. At number 8 in Attack of the Clones, we have some quick deaths with the assassination attempt on Padme, killing 5 that we can see. And that reminds me for a rule, I'm only counting kills that I can see, so there's no assuming that someone dies, unless I really feel like assuming, and then it's okay. Back to the kill count, there are the 5 that die here. Jango Fett kills Zam Weasel, and then a whole hour and 45 minutes later, the Tuskens kill Smee to make it 7, and Anakin walks outside and de-heads these 2 Tuskens, which gives us our winner! Fun fact, this movie takes the longest to get to the 9th kill, but I know none of you care, so I'll just shut up and move on. For the death itself, it wasn't that all exciting. Bro didn't even have a chance to react, kind of like the women and children had no chance either. But it isn't the worst because it's kind of coolish in some way, so let's just move on. At number 7 is Return of the Skywalker. I never thought I would ever mutter those words, but hey, here we are. The 9th death for this one is right here. It's honestly not that exciting, but this death is the fastest 9th death in all of Star Wars, so I gave it some points for that. And if you're wondering what deaths 1 through 8 were, here you go. It looks like Ben is a Skywalker after all. Going in at 6 is The Last Jedi. Never thought I would say that either, but hey, anything goes in 2024. But why this movie is ranked so high is because the special effects make this death glorious. The first 3 deaths come from TIE fighters getting shot, then a resistant bomber blows up, which what I could see from an earlier shot, there are 4 in that ship, which brings up to 7. Then 1 more TIE blows up to make it 8, so that brings us to the prestigious 9th death, which was a TIE fighter crashing epically into a bomber. Say what you want about this movie, but this death is awesome. This TIE fighter must have studied pilots from Japan, because entering into the top 5 is the film Return of the Jedi. The killing starts in this movie when this thingy, I forgot the name, I'm too lazy to go find it, gets chomped. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in the Sarlacc pit. Yeah, in the Sarlacc pit, yeah. I'd like to apologize for that previous moment. I swear it won't happen again in this video. Which makes Jabba Hutt getting choked out here the 9th death. Except Boba Fett actually doesn't die here, which makes Jabba the 8th death, and so the 9th will really go to this random dude getting chunked out a window by Luke. We were so close to getting another named character in this list. Dang it, Boba, but why is this ranked so high, you may ask? Well, my answer is, I really don't know. It's your fault for clicking a video this random and expecting someone smart to actually rank them. And also, I made this awful meme to go along with it. I'm sorry once again, but it is your fault for clicking this video. Number 4 is going to be The Empire Strikes Back. The Empire Strikes Back starts off with a hot boy choking out an Imperial officer for being dumb, so I guess friendly fire just turned on. Then all the next deaths happen on Hoth, starting with these 2 guys and their fighter. This guy blows up, Luke's co-pilot gets shot, Then this AT-AT gets dropped and then popped. Now this was a complicated case because the movie only showed 3 in the cockpit, but the LEGO UCS model has a bunch of snowtroopers in the back. So this choice was very tough, but I'm shockingly gonna follow the rules and only count as 3, making Luke soloing this AT-AT the 9th kill of this movie. I ranked it this high because after seeing how hard it is to take down an AT-AT, it is awesome to see little Skywalker blow up this walker. I also might have had this LEGO set when I was younger. This list is very biased, so get over it. Next is Rogue One in 3rd place. For this movie, Shotty got popped, this dude got shot, and then Jedha experienced a mass genocide. I just can't rhyme. This 9th kill was lit to say the least. While I don't encourage mass genocides, if you are going to do it, it better be this cool. There is nothing more epic than dying to a Death Star, and if I could choose, my death would be this. But number 2 is better, which is the Clone Wars movie. Now, I honestly forgot about this movie until like a week ago when I saw this meme. And believe it or not, this is the 9th death in this movie. This guy will never not be funny to me. Like, what do you expect to happen? The thing is made of metal. You're not killing it with a punch. Imagine training your whole life for battle, and this is the first thing you do. It will never not be funny to me. And if you were wondering why the heck I picked 9 for this video, this is the reason. But now, it is time for number 1, Revenge of the Sith. Ironic that the best movie also has the best 9th death. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. So this movie was actually difficult to find the 9th death because this opening scene is a giant battle with a lot going on. So after countless hours of slightly slowing down the scene more than usual, I've concluded that 8 seems close enough and I'm too tired to look any closer. Welcome to the laziest channel on YouTube. The next death after the 8-ish that die in the battle over Coruscant is the greatest and most tragic death in all movie history. Words cannot describe the weight that this has on humanity as a whole. Ladies and gents, I present the best 9th death in Star Wars. This clip is perfection of a 9th death in a movie. First, the character dying has a name and plays a real role in the Clone Wars and movie. Plus, Count Dooku actually put up a fight like many others failed to. And more importantly than everything else, this piece of art came out of it. Do it. That is all for today's video, but you should click this video right here. Do it.